Looks like a bunch of you are already ready to go for this two-gamer. Not a ton going on as far as what we need to talk about for the games. Um, some tighter pricing on DraftKings tonight. That's always nice. I guess at least for shorter slates, you'd probably rather have them if they're gonna have it like nights where it's way softer. Why wouldn't you just do it on the shorter slates? Because then at least ownership's gonna get concentrated. Uh, I played yesterday, did not go well. I played Saturday. That went very poorly actually. Um, Carrick, we're gonna get into that. That's a good question. We're gonna get into that in just a second. Uh, I doubt we're gonna have a bunch of people watching the stream. I agree, Steven. I definitely do need a haircut. Was gonna go today, but didn't have time. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see. I'll keep you updated. All right. We are presented. The NHL Strategy Show is presented by Yahoo Daily Fantasy Sports. They've already got their NFL contest posted for next week. The Week 6 300K baller, 30K to first, is kind of their tournament you're going to want to be a part of it. They've also got a single entry tournament that's rake free, management fee free, that we're going to. I'll pull it up for you guys on screen. We love Yahoo. It's a lot less competition over there, less sharks you're going to see. NHL has been profitable. Nolan's been playing a lot over there. It's been very profitable for him. $12 today is smaller. That's pretty normal. I mean, it's Monday. Showdown has kind of taken over Mondays with no baseball going on. Well, I guess there's baseball going on, but it was a 4-gamer all-day slate. So you're going to want to check out Yahoo's NFL tournaments if you do play NFL DFS. I'm guessing this is probably going to fill. It's a 150 max, 10% management fee. Like I said, 30K to first, flat payout structure at the top. And you can compete without 150 entries. I know it's difficult to get in 150 entries when you're hand building. They don't have the CSV edit at this point in time. Maybe it's going to come, maybe it's not. $3, no management fee, single entry. This is where you test your skill. Anyone can play it, but everyone can only have one entry. I'm here. Also need haircut. All right, yeah. Bobby Boom has been crushing with his contrarian stacks. Is that right? I haven't seen many Boom screenshots, but we'll see. We'll see. Took yesterday off. Raj, you were very smart. I don't know, man. Like I always think I'm gonna not play on Sundays, especially when NFL starts. And like, if you do have extra time and if it is a shorter slate, like you could just get edges by having the right line combos. Because a lot of teams play on Saturday, and then if you just grind a little bit of news while everyone else is focused on NFL, I think I've done well on Sundays. It feels like, so that's why that's why I play every day. I mean, I just love Nhl Dfs, so I like to play every day. But NFL did not go super well either yesterday. So really, I mean, I've only had one good NHL day. That was maybe the second day of the season. So, that's not why it's been a weird season. It's just been a learning experience, I think, for a lot of people with the new stacking. I saw some talk on Twitter, or not the new stacking, the new scoring on DraftKings. I always talk about DraftKings because that's where I play the most of my volume, because they've got, I think, the better tournaments compared to FanDuel. Raj. Yeah, Raj, you won that slate. Well, win the slate, but you profited. I remember talking about that. So that one was, I think stacking was pretty profitable on that night. It hasn't, like, full stacking hasn't been super profitable in general, I think. So this is lineup study. Always want to look at lineup study. because it's a great tool to learn what other players are doing and what they're not doing. And one thing I noticed on this is Saturday slate. I'm not going to look at yesterday's. It was a 3-gamer. This was a 13-game slate. We did a show for this. We just mentioned the pricing was outrageous, but Slewfoot, one of the best players. Slewfoot's always had a different strategy. Not a guy that plays like testosterone, where it's just it's not like he plays just 3-3 all the time. It's nothing like that. But he did something interesting on Saturday where a lot of his lineups were like 3-2-1. And I wonder if that was more to do with the pricing on the slate. But I don't know. I mean, if you look through his lineups, like he left off Bertuzzi on some lineups. I mean, Slewfoot uses SaberSim. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of decent projection systems out there. I obviously use the ones on the site, so I don't know. But anyways, you still got good lines at low ownership, but nothing really ended up going completely nuclear, and you didn't get a bunch of guys with 3-point bonuses. So I think that's why the stacking hasn't worked out as well as maybe it has in years past. I'm not ready to change anything just yet, but that's just me. Maybe I'm being a complete fish and I should be changing my strategy, but I feel like right now we've had some weird slates, some slates that no matter what the scoring, I don't think that I was going to perform well in them because I do a lot of 3-3 stacking, and I don't know. It just hasn't worked out outside of the one where I had a pretty decent night, and I know a lot of people are frustrated. I still think, like, people talk about the individual bonuses, and I think that's a good point. Like, one-offs probably are more appealing than in years past. Maybe you need to have a little bit more care when you're looking through your lineups. But and maybe you play less plugs, like you don't play the Drake Kajula comes to mind. Zach Kassian comes to mind, but Slewfoot played Zach Kassian. I don't think he's the pluggiest of plugs or anything like that. But I don't know. I mean, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Right now, I don't think it's really necessary to change anything. But maybe you guys have different opinions. I'd love to hear them if you do. I don't know. So put it in chat. Like, am I missing something? Because I think we're going to have nights too where, like, yes, Zibanejad scored the hat trick that one night. I think it was Saturday night, and what was it, Mantha last night. But we haven't seen like the Colorado one onslaught where each guy gets 3-4 points on the same line, and they combine for like over 10. Because then not only are you getting the goals, you're obviously getting the assists, and then on top of that, possibly 2 or 3 guys on the line getting the 3-point bonuses. I mean, that's massive. So I think it'll all even out. But definitely on shorter slates, I should probably be playing more one-offs like tonight. Like, I'm not doing as much 3-3. I'm only playing 50 lineups. I'm not maxing that $10. Pretty poor payout structure. So I'm just in it for the 25K DK NHL achievement. Yeah, man. I think I missed that last year, actually. Was that the Iron Man or whatever they call it? Because I think I missed that. Like, by like 2 days, because I went on vacation like towards the end of the season. I thought I was going to get it, and I didn't. With as many lineups as you run, I'm surprised you don't like to do a split on your 150 of different styles. I did that the first night. I don't know. I think I was getting a little too cute. I don't know, man. I mean, we're only five we're only 5 games or what, 5-6 slates in. I don't know, dude. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. But let's just I'm waiting until we get like a month into the season, and then, you know, if I need to readjust, if I'm getting crushed trying to play my normal style, then yeah, of course I will look to change some stuff up. But yeah, I'm with Raj. Raj says don't change anything. Yeah, I'm not, but I was seeing some people on Twitter suggesting that they're done with stacking. I've seen some people in Slack say like I'm done with stacking, and I think that's an easy thing to say when you see some of the lineups that have won, that have been like unstacked lineups, like guys single bulleting and stuff like that. And maybe it's just more of a tilting thing people throw out, but that's I'm not giving up on stacking or anywhere close to it. So I'm playing my normal strategy. You guys, I'm sure a lot of you guys will stick with it. But I think definitely 3-2-1 at the very least is more viable. And that's a strategy that Alex was running last year, and a strategy that Slewfoot's now implementing on the bigger slate. Again, I will be interested to see if Slewfoot continues to do this on larger slates. And we obviously have the benefit of having lineup study, so we can see that. Just listen to Jake review testosterone lineups and follow suit. I mean, testosterone's awesome, but he hasn't. But he has not. What is this person doing in chat? Testosterone has not done so well so far this season. I don't even know. Did Testosterone play this night? Because from what I saw, oh man, that's brutal. Only cashed 7 out of 87. Oof. All right. Let's look at the. We got some extra time today. You guys don't even probably want to hear me talk about these games. 64% Yossi, 56% Burns. That's nothing new there. Shabbat 34. Looks like he was heavy on Buffalo. I mean, I liked Buffalo. I think everybody liked Buffalo. So, oh, I'm sorry, Frank W. Yeah, sorry if I ever say anything, like throw around abbreviations or whatever, and you don't know what it means. Yeah, just ask. 3-3 is, well, I refer to 3-3 as 3-man full stack. So 3 guys from the same line, 3 forwards from another line. So that would be considered a 3-3. I can show you it on the lineup builder. So Toronto line 1, all 3 guys. Let's say you like St. Louis line 3, all 3 guys. So that would be a 3-3 stack. A 3-2 would just be, instead of 2 3-man stacks, you just have 1 3-man stack, a 2-man stack. Let's say you like Dubois, Atkinson, and then a one-off. I usually like a high-volume shooter. Let's say you like, I know Reinhardt's not the highest volume shooter, but just, you know, let's say you like the 3-2-1 like that. So that would be 3-2-1. Yeah, my bad. Sorry, I just throw terms around. I know there might be new people watching. So, yeah, we'll see. Testosterone right now having a rough start to the season, but we'll see how it goes, man. I don't think testosterone's changing anything anytime soon. Maybe the stacks will start to go off. Maybe we'll get the nuclear Boston 1, Colorado 1 performances where they just wreck the slate, and this talk about not stacking will go away. Or maybe it's here to stay. Should be definitely an interesting talking point for the rest of the season. Sabres Toronto 3-3 stack tonight. I'm kind of against 3-3 tonight. I was doing a lot of 3-2-1 on the 2-game slates in the playoffs last year, like a few week sample size, and I had some success with that. So, I mean, nothing crazy, but I think stack less in general. The strategy would be on larger slates, you stack more. As the slate gets smaller and smaller, you stack a little bit less. So that's my strategy, anyways, and Alex's strategy. So 3, 2, 1. Jason, I never 3-3, and that's all I'm doing tonight. Why would you start doing 3-3 stacks on a 2-game slate? I don't get that. I'm seriously asking. I don't know. Austin Matthews or JT tonight? I like JT a little bit better. Do you play showdowns? Yes, I do play showdowns. I don't know. Are the contests big at all tonight? We'll see. I'm playing NHL. I'm playing NFL Showdown tonight. I've been playing those and having some fun with those, and I think I'm up on the first whatever. We've had 12, 13 showdowns, so I've had some decent success, and it's just entertaining. Wow, DK opened up another $10. That first $10 is going to fill quite a bit early, it seems. Oh, by the way, if you're playing NFL Showdown, NFL Showdown projections are free today. So let me post the link in chat. Yes, that is a great reminder. But yeah, I do play NHL Showdowns as well. Here we go. Oh, wait. So we do have Showdown projections. We have ownership projections, Alex's top stacks, all that stuff. These are free today. All right. So there you go. Those are free. Check those out if you are playing tonight. Promo code NHL Early Bird gets you $40 off the yearly package of your Osmo.com NHL Premium. So that will come across the bottom on the ticker. Be sure to take advantage of that. That goes away in 3 days. So you got 3 days to decide on that. Jason says he's got no idea. How have you done historically on smaller slates and GPPs compared to larger ones? I'm hesitant to even play the 2-gamer because it feels like dart throws are the way to win. I mean, the smaller the sample, the less games and all that. I think the more variance there's going to be, but yeah, I don't think it's any tougher to win a 2-game slate than it is to win on a 13-game slate. Like, it's difficult. It's hard to win. So I don't know. Okay. What else do we got? Did I miss anything in chat? We do have the new captain on NHL Showdown. I actually do like that. I would suggest maybe you build some stacking rules or something like that, or groups. If you like building groups using Fantasy Cruncher, I think those could be fun to mass multi-entry. What am I gonna do? Oh yeah, the giveaway. Let me pull this up for you guys. We're just gonna get everything out of the way soon before we talk about the games. Okay. How do I? Oh, this is on Twitter. Got to go to our Twitter page. I have the picture downloaded, but Osmo_com is the Twitter account. I was asking how you've done. I haven't looked at it. I know it hasn't been terrible. Like, I've probably had a little bit more success on bigger slates, but I feel like I've done better on the medium, like 4 to 7 gamers. I don't know. So. Okay. Here's the giveaway. And here's the tweet. Tweet is right here. This is what you got to do. Retweet, like, and reply with the player that's going to score the most fantasy points on Monday Night Football. In tonight's game, Browns, 49ers, $250 value. You have a chance to win this. Yeah, it's Jimmy G. There we go. I like that picture. We got a bunch of new graphics. I think they're looking pretty cool. So I know we got a lot of good feedback. You can win an NFL Osmo Plus pass if you are the winner of this contest. So guess the player that's going to score the most fantasy points tonight. Man, you guys know me. I love chalk. So I would probably take a guy like Odell. I love Odell. I don't know if I've talked about that. Odell's like one of my favorite players to watch. I mean, a lot of people don't like him off the field or whatever, but I don't know. He's just so good. So take advantage of this contest. Again, Showdown ownership projections are free. Did I get that wrong? Yeah. Showdown ownership projections are free. The projections are not. So. All right. There we go. Message from Eddie. Oh, okay. All right, let's get into the slate. Here we go. St. Louis, Toronto, 2.9 implied total for the Blues, 3.1 for the Leafs. Jordan Binnington, Frederik Andersen, $7,500 for Binnington, $8,200 for Freddie Andersen. In this game, I don't know. I mean, I'm not. I don't know that there's anything super interesting to talk about. Like on the shorter slates, it's like you can look at line matching and maybe get an edge there, or maybe choose one line over the other if you're playing a bunch of different lines like that. So we'll see. Man, chat's fired up today. A lot of the bots are all over the place. Okay. I guess if I had to choose one line in this game, it would be the Tavares line. I usually choose the Tavares line over Matthews, Nylander, Andreas Janssen. It's just a little bit of a personal preference. I like the amount of high danger chances Tavares and Marner get. It's not really a matchup thing here. We'll see if they do hard match. They didn't really do any hard matching against Montreal, which is interesting because Toronto has historically been a team that has really utilized hard matching to their advantage. Maybe that was more so with Kadri, but I remember them doing that a lot last year. And the first couple of games, they have really not done any of that. So we'll see. You'd like to avoid the line. I would like to avoid the line that's going up against O'Reilly. I'm not as worried about going up against Shed and Schwartz, Tarasenko. But Matthews is fantastic. I think you can play Tavares and Matthews in the same line. I will have a couple lineups like that. I'm playing 50 tonight. I don't know if I told you guys. Playing 50 lineups, so not the normal 150, but I will have more Tavares lineups than Matthews lineups, for what it's worth. It's just, like I said, personal preference. Let's make a lineup. I think that's against the terms of service for DraftKings. I don't want them to come and come after me or whatever. Yeah, I mean, I think Fantasy Cruncher is better, Liam. I use Fantasy Cruncher. I shouldn't say it's better. That's the one I use. I have never used SaberSim, so I don't really know. But we love Fantasy Cruncher. So I would say if you ask pretty much anyone at the site, they would say Fantasy Cruncher as well. Are Matthews and Marner on the same power play line now? They are. Yeah, it's been Tavares, Marner, Janssen, Matthews for the entire duration of the season so far, with Riley, PP quarterback. So Riley is expensive at $6,500, but he's the guy that I would like to play in like a 3-2-1 stack. If you go like Tavares, Marner, Riley, something like that. I am certainly not trying to get away from Riley here because you're just looking for probably two of the top 3 or 4 raw point guys in defense for defensemen tonight, and you're in the nut lineup. And I think he's just got a really good chance at doing that because he's just always exposed to really awesome players skating with the top two lines. On the other side, if I had to choose a full stack, it would, of course, be Schenn, Schwartz, Tarasenko. But running a lot of 3-2s tonight, I'm also going to get to a bunch of O'Reilly and David Perron and guys like that. Yeah, EMAC, promo code Hit the Ice will get you 50% off the first month of the All Access Premium. So use that if you're looking to sign up for All Access. Again, we've got Showdown, NHL, NFL, NBA coming up, NBA preseason coming up. I mean, we've just got everything. Soccer, MMA, Josh grinding both of those. We've just got it all. So sign up for All Access. Use promo code Hit the Ice when you do for 50% off your first month. Okay, other stuff in this game, mentioned O'Reilly, mentioned the Schenn line. The Schenn line is actually not coming up all that much for me tonight. There's one line that's, if I don't use a ton of randomness tonight, I'm going to get really, I would be getting probably one line and two guys that would just show up all over the place. But that is in the next game. Pietrangelo, you like D against Toronto. Pietrangelo is certainly up there for me. Let's see. What was I getting to this guy? Pietrangelo was at... Yeah, he was. I only got to about 10% of him in my first... in my last crunch prior to the show. So $6,200, just a little bit too expensive for me. I prefer Riley. I prefer another guy even more. So not going to get to a ton of Pietrangelo. Oh, by the way, I am allowing for defensemen in my utility tonight. And also, I think in this crunch, I allowed for one player against my goalie. So that's another way to differentiate on a short slate. Not something you have to do. You can get away with playing 0 guys against your goalie if you use an optimizer. But it is something I'm going to at least allow for tonight. Whereas on a normal slate, I wouldn't. Okay. Let's go to... Oh, actually, one more guy I should mention. Cody Ceci. This guy I kind of like for $3,500. I think he's not a good defenseman. But he's $3,500 and skating on top pair with Morgan Riley. So the minutes are going to be there. He could block shots. At least they're going to allow a bunch of shot attempts through the course of the season. Maybe not in this game. I still think St. Louis should be able to generate, but CC would be the guy I would like to punt with at $3,500. Pietrangelo at $21 on Yahoo. Let me think here. Yeah, that's not bad. The two goalies on Yahoo always confuses me compared to Barry at 22, and yeah, I do like that. If Tyson Barrie, did I call him Barry? Tyson Barrie, if he's at 22, and Pietrangelo at 21, I definitely prefer Pietrangelo there. I think it's a coin flip between Pietrangelo and Riley at those prices if you're just choosing one of them. We have, let's see where we're at. We have Riley projected at, over 10. Pietrangelo, we have Riley projected for about one more DK point than Pietrangelo, for what it's worth. All right. Fabry any good? Nah, not really. All right. Man, we're just hiding everyone in this chat. We're just going to turn off the chat next time. Okay. Don't really like any other lines in this game. Someone asked about Fabry just there, but I'm not really crazy about Fabry for 2,800. I don't even think you need him tonight on this slate. I guess he's got some talent. That's really it. Falk at 4,700. Vince Dunn at 3,900. They're both fine. I like to play guys on the power play. I'm getting to some Falk just because of the power play 1 tag. I might bump him down a little bit manually just because playing top pair or top 4 on Carolina last year compared to playing bottom pair in St. Louis. I mean, you can't really project him as the same type of player, especially when he's one of the older guys. Let's go to the other game. Next game, I was going to say. The other game, really, because it's a short slate. It's a Buffalo stack for me mixed with Toronto. That's fair. Where are you going for goalie if single lineup entering? I like Freddie and Korpisalo. Those are kind of my two guys. Those are in the cheat sheets. I'll post a link to the cheat sheets here. I'm just pimping everything tonight, I suppose. We got extra time, so I'm sure you guys won't care. Cheat sheets, I do these 6 days a week. It's just kind of the first look in the morning to get an idea of some of the guys that I think we're going to be pretty keen on as a site, Alex and I, with our projections. So cheat sheets, pretty helpful tool. Of course, you're going to want to check on the goalies throughout the day to make sure they are confirmed because we do these pretty early. Sammy Blais as a one-off? I don't know. I'm not crazy about that. Okay. 2.9 implied total for the Sabres, 3 for the Blue Jackets. Linus Ullmark, Jonas Korpisalo, $7,800 for Ullmark, $7K for Korpisalo. Man, I am getting an absurd amount of Columbus Blue Jackets, and I don't know how I feel about it. The team is essentially the same, besides no Bobrovsky. No Bobrovsky, no Panarin. So they shouldn't be this bad. At least they've looked pretty poor. I do really like that. Number one, Dubois is listed on the top power play. Just like for just mentally clicking on a guy that's on PP1 as your top center. I mean, he should be on the power play in some fashion. We'll see, but you're getting full power play correlation with Nyquist, Dubois, Atkinson. That's my favorite line of the night. They're the best value of the night. And they also go best with my favorite defenseman of the night, which is Seth Jones. Josh Anderson's hurt. That is news and notes. If Nolan was on the show, he would have mentioned that. Josh Anderson is out. He's day-to-day. So some lines mixed up. This guy is the absolute worst. No, Eric, that's a good point. Yeah. So I kind of said the team was essentially the same minus the Vezina goalie and stud winger. Yeah, exactly. But like for DFS, like we shouldn't treat him that differently offensively. Panarin's a huge loss, of course. But it's not like they suck now or anything like that. Like you wouldn't expect them to. Like the goalie obviously makes a big difference. But I don't really love any other lines on Columbus too, which is kind of why it's just forcing me to play all this Columbus one. Incredible value, I think, if they go up against Eichel, Olofsson, and Reinhart, fantastic. If they go up against the second line, even better. If they go up against the third line, even better. So Columbus doesn't really match lines or anything like that. So I wouldn't expect them to do that here. But with the PP correlation and your other options on Columbus, I just absolutely love them. So that's what I'm going to be doing tonight. When I was running crunches with no randomness before, it was just an absurd amount of Columbus one. So especially Atkinson, I think he's probably my favorite cash play of the night. Let's go to the other side here, unless we want to talk about Alex Wenberg, because I really don't. I think by the way, if you are stacking CBJ2, I think you just leave off Wenberg. Even if he gets an assist, you're not going to die because a 3K guy gets an assist. Play the guys who can actually score points with shots on a shorter slate, like Texier and, more importantly, Bjorkstrand, who I actually do like a little bit. Buffalo won. Had the massive performance the other night. I mean, I'm not crazy about them in this spot. They are good. Olofsson is priced way up. He was like 3,500 the first time he played this season, and now he's up to 59. So DK pretty quick to react, and rightfully so. I mean, Buffalo 1 has been very good. I wonder where they come in ownership. Ownership projections would come in handy here. Eichel's going to be somewhat popular. The issue with that, though, is, you know, I think he's going to be popular, but the issue with that is, like, okay, you've got Tavares and Matthews with a similar implied total at home, also with cheaper line mates. Like, maybe Eichel's not going to be that popular. I'm going to have Eichel in some one-off lineups, that's for sure. He's right now my third highest owned center behind Tavares and PLD, Dubois. And I kind of like that he's there. So let's see how many lineups I'm playing. Yeah, I'm mostly two-man stacking with Eichel. If you get him as a one-off, fantastic, because he could certainly score a goal here, and like an unassisted goal or something like that could swing the entire slate, or at least differentiate you if you stack 1 or 0 of his line mates is the better way to put that, because an unassisted goal is not going to swing the slate. Nolan's line, middle stat, Sheary, Jimmy VC. I think you could maybe make a case for it. I've still seen like one game out of them where they've actually been good, and I'm just not ready to buy in to them at all. Skinner is really interesting here, $6,500. If you wanted to play Skinner instead of Olofsson or Reinhart in your Buffalo 1 stack, that might be an interesting way to differentiate. Put him in with Rasmus Dahlin, and there you go. Now your Buffalo stack is just a tad bit different, while also not being stupid, like not just being contrarian for the sake of contrarian, because Skinner is a high volume shooter. I hate his line mates. Can't stand that he's with Johansson and Sabatka. Nolan is in chat. All right, cool. It's really Buffalo 1, and then gonna play some Skinner. I will probably have stacks of everyone in the top 9 forwards. All right, I should say I'll probably have lineups with every player in the top 9, but in terms of like the guys I'm actually playing with any sort of regularity, it's going to be Columbus 1. We'll get to some Bjorkstrand. I will definitely get to some Buffalo 1. Prefer Toronto 1 over Toronto 2 as a full stack. You can play Tavares Matthews lineups decently easy. And then surprisingly, St. Louis is the team I'm getting to kind of the least, which I don't really like, because I love St. Louis. I love their top line. I just, on a 2-game slate, I don't know that this is the night that I'm going to be super heavy on them relative to the field. Do you stack when you play NHL cash games? I don't play a ton of NHL cash games. I don't play a ton of cash games in general, but when I do, I would probably use an optimizer, run the projections on the site, and maybe make a swap or two, try to get some guys that both block shots and take a lot of shots. Like if I was looking for a couple cash game targets tonight, Seth Jones, Atkinson, I think one of these guys in this line, I don't know. You're probably going to get one of at least Tavares and Matthews. Probably want some Leafs in there somehow. Yeah, that's how I would look to construct a cash lineup if I wasn't using a projection system. Just jam in as much value plus high projected guys as you can. And you're looking for block shots, guys like Jones. I think Werenski is a decent option. I don't know that he would be a cash option tonight. In fact, I could just run the optimal on our projections. 0% randomness. Let's see what we got. I'm guessing Atkinson's going to be in there. I think Nyquist will probably be in there as well. All right. Yeah. Dubois, Nyquist. Not a terrible lineup. Seth Jones. Wow, Colin Miller came up in the optimal. We'll see. Would not recommend playing a ton of cash games. The cash game scene in NHL DFS, I think, is pretty shark infested. I don't know. I'm a fish, so I play tournaments and just stack, right? That's what I plan on doing. If you guys got anything else you want to talk about, feel free to hit me up, or if you want me to show you anything on screen, or you want to look at a specific player in lineup study, maybe we could go back to lineup study. How did testosterone do? Was that Thursday night? Was that Raj? What night was that? Was it Thursday when we both had good nights? I think it was Thursday. Yeah. Okay. So a lot of 150ers up near the top. What did testosterone do on this night? Because like this should be, oops. This should be a night where testosterone would have some success, right? But really only cashed 22 lineups? I don't get it. Okay, well, what were the exposures here for good old Testy? Oh yeah, we went through this. Me and Nolan did on Friday, I think. 67% Letang. Like he was good, but he was heavy on Pitt. Man, his top stack just didn't go off at all, and he usually spreads it out quite a bit. Micah J. Micah's killing it. Is that who you're talking about, Eric? I think St. Louis will play Bertuzzo. Is it worth punting for the block bonus? What is Bertuzzo at? Wait, he's not even playing. He's not expected to be playing. So I would not play him unless he is somehow announced in prior to the game, which you'll know 30 minutes before lock. Yeah, other than that, I mean, we haven't had a lot of nights where stacking has been the play. Let's look. Any video for NBA tonight? Yes, there is a video for NBA tonight. Fast Eddie. But that is a premium Slack only thing. So you have to go to, you have to have a premium Slack account with us, and then you would get that link from there. Where is the tournament that Micah has been crushing? Was that here? Stacking on Saturday? Yeah. I mean, okay, the lineups that won, or that got close to winning, were like 3-2-1s. Yeah, exactly. Big slates, it's kind of gotten there. It's not like you've been stacking and just been getting wrecked on larger slates. Laker Great is a good player. I've seen Laker Great up there a couple of times. So it's not like just people out of nowhere are winning tournaments or anything like that. I think there's been a little bit of a shift, but not one where I'm ready to just scrap everything and start running one-offs or just going 2-2-2-2-2 every night. I don't think that I'm at that point yet. To sum it up. Interesting. Testy played, 43.3% Matt Murray. Like, if you're spreading it out like this, why are you going so heavy on an $8,300 goalie that wasn't expected to see a ton of shot volume? That I don't get. Like, everything else, but besides defensemen, I get that he goes heavy on defensemen like Burns and Carlson type of guys, and I get that strategy because they're in general more projectable, higher floor. They're not often going to kill you, like kill good lineups. Plus, on a bigger slate, it's likely that a value stack or two or three go off. So I don't know. I don't get the going all in on the goalie. Not going all in, but like having a goalie already the highest variant position probably in DFS at 43%. Expensive too. It's not like he was a 7K home favorite minus 200. Like, I don't know. I don't know that I'm with that strategy. I've been spreading it out quite a bit, and I will continue to do so because guessing a DFS goalie is the most tilting thing to do. That's why I like to correlate a little bit. How much did I have? Oops. Yeah, Scheifele Wheeler. My highest was Rask at under 15% on a big slate. So, all right. Well, if you guys got anything else for me, I'm going to mention this promo we've got going on. Reply, retweet, and like this tweet that I will post once again in chat. And you could win a $249 value NFL Osmo Plus season pass. It is a pretty good deal, only a few seconds of your time, and you could certainly, you could certainly reap the benefits of that. So all you got to do is guess the player that's going to score the most fantasy points tonight, and that is really all you do. And hope you get chosen if you do guess a guy that multiple people guess. NFL Showdown ownership projections are free. I said projections earlier. The projections are not free. The ownership projections are. Actually, I should retweet this. If you guys follow me, there you go. Now you don't even have to go click on that link. You can just find it on my Twitter. What do you think about game stack, Columbus and Buffalo? I mean, I'm not going to force game stacks. I never do. I'm not going to not force game stacks either. Like, if they come up, they come up. I'll definitely have more game stacks of the Columbus-Buffalo game than the other game. But that's just because of how we project players tonight. Nothing to do with, I think that game has a higher chance of going off. Essentially the same totals for these teams. I'll update projections if need be. Is the promo code only for annual subscription of the full site, or could I use it for just NHL? The promo code NHL Early Bird is for $40 off the NHL yearly package, so the season pass. That is for the Osmo Plus season pass NHL package. So you can't use that for the full site, but it's $40 off. Pretty good deal, I think. Access to projections, Slack, ownership projections if we get them. Line change article, and then of course all the free stuff. So I think it's a pretty good deal. If you got any questions about it, you can DM me on Twitter or whatever. If you're not in Slack, of course, I'll be around making some showdown lineups, and make sure you check out Live Before Lock tonight, NFL Live Before Lock with Emac and Nolan Kelly. And since we are presented by Yahoo, if you are interested in getting up to $30 of Yahoo Sports rewards points, that is like using cash on the site. It's not like it. It actually is cash on the site where you could use it for gameplay. You want to check out Emac's primetime article, and I'll post this link in chat. I got to give some love to Emac. He's been playing some NHL, so in return, have to tout his article. He does a really good job on these primetime articles. A lot of work goes into it, and it's actually one of the more popular articles on the site. So great rundown of the game tonight. Check it out. What does Hit the Ice get you again? Promo code Hit the Ice is 50% off your first month of the All Access monthly package. Eichel Matthews lock button. There you have it. Kicks good. Not a terrible way to go tonight. Okay, guys. Well, we almost got to an hour. I don't even know how. Hopefully we'll have a cleaner chat tomorrow. I think it's going to be a good show. We've got the huge tournament tomorrow on DK, I think, the 295. And be sure to tune in. Once again, tune in to Nolan and EMAC. They're going to go live at 7:30 breaking down tonight's showdown. And hit me up in Slack with questions. Hit me up in DMs with questions if you got them. And good luck tonight, guys. Let's take down this 2-gamer.